The big thing today was that Trump got pissed off that staffers leaked photos of him demolishing the East Wing.
Leaked? It's right out there in front of God and everybody.
Yeah, well, apparently.
Did he think that he'd just be able to back a fucking forklift into the East Wing of the White House and nobody would notice it? I mean, he may have ran off all the press from the Pentagon, but the White House press for it isn't going anywhere.
No, I don't fucking know. And then the other big thing is the ICE 700% budget spend increase. Oh,
okay.
700%?
Yes, and here's what: Stinger missiles, warheads, chemical weapons, advanced ordnance, guided ordnance, and it's all for ICE.
Well, of course it is.
What does ICE need all that for?
They need Stinger missiles so that they can blow up buildings with illegals in
it. Well.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they need bullets in L.A. because they shot somebody in L.A. today.
Guided missile warheads, small arms, minor ordnance, major ordnance, ordnance accessories, guided missile warheads, explosive components, chemical weapons, and yeah, for ICE and the DHS on top of fuckers $200 million worth of Gulfstream planes. So basically, the DHS has spent close to $300 million. Yeah, chemical weapons. Well, Craig, here's the thing: chemical weapons can mean pepper spray and shit like that. Pepper spray is a chemical weapon.
And tear gas.
Yeah, and tear gas. Tear gas is a chemical weapon. But here's the big kicker. So they're spending all this money, and Trump announced earlier today that he's going to end the federal SNAP program.
And telling states that they need to stop funding those programs if the government shutdown doesn't end at November 1st.
Yeah, the states will have to fund it.
I read that he was telling them they needed to stop funding it if the government doesn't reopen by November 1st.
Yes.
Who's telling them that?
Trump. Yeah.
Well,
Trump is saying you have to end SNAP program. So
we have to do what the baby says, or the baby might get mad.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to stop food stamps so that the government can stay open or whatever.
I might need to go punch something.
Right.
I would be more than happy to hold your jacket while you do that.
Look, here's the thing. I've been on SNAP benefits before. They're a safety net if you can, if you have them.
Yes.
So yeah, they didn't just buy like crowd control shit. I mean, literally, Trump is trying to make the DHS and ICE and INF and Border Patrol into the brown shirts. A very heavily armed brown shirts. And so, here you go. Kira was telling me today that she saw ICE going into the city of Decatur, which is literally a mile away from where I live. How many trucks did you see, Kira?
Just one.
Oh, just one, but
it's still more than there should be.
Yeah. And the Ice Block app got banned off of Google and Apple, right?
I heard about Apple. I didn't hear about Google.
Yeah. Yeah. They
Well, I mean,
banned
you
it.
didn't think Google was going to keep it on there, right?
Well, I mean,
Is it any place else where it can be downloaded like third party?
well, for Google, yeah, there's APKs. You can get an APK for it and install it. I mean, it's not rocket science. So but this is where we are. ICE gets military grade weaponry and fucking, go. By the way, Gulfstream G7s, which have an IMAX theater in them. 2 of them. So that Doggy Killer can be flown wherever it is the fuck she needs to go.
Well, no.
Yeah, I don't write this shit for my health.
No.
I really don't. If I wrote this shit for my health, then how are you feeling?
Me or her?
Either of you.
I mean, I already told you I need to punch something.
Why do you need to punch something?
Because all this is pissing me off.
Well, Trump is just the gift that keeps on giving.
Okay, it's like being trapped in a mental hospital with him. I just am looking forward to the day when I never have to hear his name again. So,
Well, judging by do what, Sarah?
If he's a gift, where can we return him?
if he's against what now?
If he's a gift, where can we return him?
Yeah, where can we return him?
Yeah, he thinks he's a gift.
I mean, I don't like the model we have. Can we upgrade the model, or can we trade the model in for a better model?
That would be fine with me.
I don't know. There's any improvements that can be made to that model. It's pretty obsolete.
There's that.
So we're talking about buying a Dodge instead of a piece of shit Ford.
I'm cool with that.
I don't have any preference.
You live in Michigan. You should have a preference.
Between those two? About the fact that I know way more than I should about either? Nah.
Yeah, I mean, aren't there strong car affiliations in Michigan? Depending on how close you live to whatever plant.
Oh no, it's about whether your family works for them or not. My family works for all 3 of the big 3, but
hey, get down.
Product quality has gone to shit.
Whose quality?
Just product quality in general.
Oh, well, I mean,
I have a Ford.
Here's the deal. I mean, I'm shameful to say this, but Asians make better cars. I mean, Toyota makes a better car.
I owned a Honda once.
Yeah. Hyundai, Honda, Toyota, and what's the other big?
You know what Chevy stands for, right?
No, I know you're going to tell me.
Can't have expensive vehicle yet.
I mean, my favorite about Ford is at least they circled the problem.
Yeah, fix or repair daily.
Wait, that's really a thing?
Oh yeah. Oh, they have acronyms for every.
People actually say that, Sarah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, my favorite car. I like the car I've been driving for the last 12 years, but my favorite car that I ever had was a Nissan. It's the only import I've ever had. So.
Oh, I mean, I have a Leaf, and I love my Leaf.
Mm-hmm. But,
I don't drive it very much because of my.
Well, yeah, I've been driving Fords for 21 years, I guess. So, oh, anyway.
I mean, my college car was a '72 Dodge Challenger with a ragtop.
Well,
and we all know how that one turned out.
All got to start somewhere. Okay. Shoot. I'm sorry. I'm trying to work on this CV. Lisa, do not start sneezing. You don't want this shit. I haven't been sneezing so much today as coughing. I made myself sit up all day because I don't want to not be able to sleep tonight. Technically, I'm supposed to go into the office tomorrow, but I told my supervisor if I'm still coughing and acting like that, I'm not. See, I'm not going to go in tomorrow because I was there yesterday and masked up, but. And I haven't turned my furnace on yet. I probably should.
I turned mine on today.
See, I avoid it at all costs. It needs to be 50 degrees in the house before.
Mm-hmm.
It almost was in mine, but it's down to 48 outside today, so it probably would get down to 50.
Like, here you go. How cold does it have to get before you turn it
on? Cold enough that my feet hurt and cramped. And that was happening last night.
That's well. Here's an even bigger question: when do you use space heaters, and when do you actually turn the furnace on?
I didn't use space heaters. Everyone else was. I run hot.
It's 57 right now. The high today was only 63 in Kansas City.
Oh, it was 48 this morning when I got up. That's the first. When it goes below 50, when I wake up in the morning, okay, it's time for the fleece-lined tights that make me look like I'm wearing bare naked.
Mm-hmm.
I love those things. Got them on TikTok. Feel bad, but
the high Saturday is 60. That's our next clinic day, so have to wear my silk nightie. No, not that kind of silk nightie. I'm talking about underneath. Yeah, my magic underwear, okay? Get your brain out of the gutter, would you? Shit.
I'm not gonna make a comment. I was gonna say something.
No.
I am not gonna say. Yeah.
Now I could probably talk to the other Wendy about the magic underwear, but yeah. I was having fun on her piece today. She was talking about coffee and how she grew up, and they didn't drink coffee in their house. I said my parents were not.
Been in a while. Has anyone talked to her?
Because my parents weren't that orthodox, but I still never learned to drink coffee.
Right, Craigers, you talked to Parker. How is Wendy Parker holding up?
How's that leg doing?
Yeah, Craigers is tied to the Parker hip. Oh, yesterday's piece was about you.
Anyway,
long as she's in one piece.
She is in one piece, at least as far as I can tell. I'm trying to keep up with everything, keep up with the news and everything else. Like my head is exploding half the time. Then, like I said, I wake up this in the middle of the night and I look and they're tearing the fucking White House apart. I'm like, what the hell is this? It's
So
like,
let's be clear about that. You understand the history of White House events. So the
yeah.
last time a major overhaul like that happened was with Truman from 48 to 52.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason for that is because um uh the White House was about to implode. Like it was in such a state of disrepair that
Mm-hmm.
Truman ordered, walls ripped out and stuff restructured so that it wouldn't fall apart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm from Truman's
Just give his ass
hometown.
hat to tear it down.
Yeah. But now Trump is going to fire staffers for leaking photos of. But that's it's the same thing. It's like, well, but I can see that from if you get around if you get around the White House, you can see they're tearing it down. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
You
Next
could fly
secret.
a drone. You could fly a drone 200 feet in the air and take a picture of.
Well, it's just I keep waiting for, like I said, I keep waiting for somebody to say no to the son of a bitch, and nobody will do it, you know. And the media is just going along with it. Oh well, you know. Hmm.
Yeah, I don't even know. The next major staffing cuts: National Park Service, Fish and Wildlife, and Land Management are the people to get fired next.
Hmm.
Um, and then you know about Prince Andrew, right?
Well, I know he was not exactly the order of the British Empire or anything.
He's had his titles ripped.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's had his titles ripped, which I'm pretty well sure is a confirmation that whenever the Epstein files get released, that he is in them, and they will like officially excommunicate him. But Kate Middleton came out today and said she does not want Prince Andrew anywhere near their kids.
Yeah, I always felt bad for his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson,
Yeah,
because when she got married to him in what was it, 86?
yeah.
Diana had gotten all this attention as the tragic princess and all that kind of shit. Fergie,
Right.
all they cared about was how big her ass was. It's like, leave her alone, man. So, and she always seemed like she had
Well, one, it was how she looked, but two, how she was in lockstep with Diana.
mhm,
Like her and Diana got along so well that
mhm,
that there was like a thing.
mhm,
So when Diana divorced from the family or whatever, for
mm,
Sarah Ferguson sort of lost relevance.
mhm. Yeah,
But then she divorced too.
yeah.
For
Well,
obvious
I mean,
reasons.
he was always second, behind his brother anyway. But no, I mean, I always felt bad for Diana too because Charles didn't want to marry her. She was a brood mare, you know. I mean,
Give me kids.
so
Yeah, give me
anyway.
kids.
Mhm,
I just I remember reading the stories about how Charles was not necessarily up to the task.
mhm. Well,
You know,
hell,
he
if
had
he lives as long as his mother, he's going to have to
yeah
find out whether he
yeah
is.
Charles had this problem.
Mm. But no, he should have just done like what's his ass, the Duke of whatever that abdicated rather than not be able to marry uh, Wallace Simpson because she was a divorcee. So anyway, Yeah, more shit about caring about people who don't even know. who wouldn't know me if I was on fire on the sidewalk in front of them, right? So, anyway. Yeah, Wallace Simpson probably was a Nazi. I mean,
clearly.
This was back in the 30s, and there were a lot of sympathizers in Britain around that time. So,
yeah. Hey, Lisa, you've got about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to put you on the spot.
Oh, you want to swap us out?
Yeah, I'm going to swap you out with Lisa. I'm going to put.
Fine. This is how you treat me. I'm just the side chick, huh?
Hey.
Oh. Put your tongue back in your head, you perv. All right. You guys have looked at my dirty hair long enough anyway, so all right. Well, have a good evening.
We're right at the halfway mark, and I want Lisa to do something. So,
should I sing that song? I'm not Lisa. All right. All right.
Goodbye, Elaine. Get some rest.
Goodbye.
Please. Feel better, Elaine.
Yeah, feel better. Feel better. I'm gonna have to send her a present. Krager's Elaine is my side piece.
Hey.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey. My dad used to sing that song at me all the time. It drove me crazy.
I'm not gonna do that to you.
I'm not Lisa.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that to you. All right.
All right. That.
So you asked me a question earlier today.
Uh-oh. Which one?
You actually DM me this question. No, it was in the chat. It was in the chat, yeah. Now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I want you to do it now.
Now what? Oh, well, I'd have to go back and look in the chat to see what it was because I don't remember. Isn't that terrible?
Yeah,
I'd had one of those days.
I'm assuming it's about the writing thing? The writing prompt?
Yes. Do you want me to read or do you want to? No, I want you to read right now.
Yeah.
I want you to read right now.
You want to read right now or you want me to read right now?
No, I want you to read it right now. Because the prompt is about me and I can't read it because if I read it, it will sound silly.
Okay. Well, I need to go get to the link again because the prompt is on my phone where I can't read it easily.
I'll sit here. I'm about to send you the link.
Oh, I'm finding it in the chat. The Wendy Never Listens one. That's the one you want read?
Yeah. Wendy Never Listens.
Okay. I just found it.
Well, no. Everyone knows I don't listen.
Yeah.
Sarah, do you think I listen?
There's one of those.
I think you're probably at least as stubborn as I am.
Okay. Hey, Kira.
What?
Do I ever listen?
Right.
Okay. So I told you that I never listen. You wouldn't be shocked.
Right, I would not.
Okay. All right. Well, okay, there we go.
You do know that, there's me, and I have a history of not listening well either.
No, I mean, I am not going to no, and I wrote this, or I wrote this one short enough that it could be read, in your prompty or whatever. But here, I'm going to link everybody.
You want me to read it now? I've got it.
Yeah, right now.
Okay.
No pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no pressure.
The sciatic nerve fires electric through my spine as I limped down the basement stairs, titanium plates shifting beneath skin like rebellious mechanics refusing to cooperate. 23 months since John's hands closed around my throat, Since ribs punctured lung, since flatline in Helen's golden fields sent me screaming back into this broken meat suit. The fractures healed wrong, not wrong, just differently, my physical therapist corrected with clinical detachment while I grimaced through stretches that felt like ripping stitches deliberately. Tonight, I'm walking without the cane. Stubborn is underselling it. Miguel catches my grimace from behind the bar before I've fully descended, already reaching for the top shelf where he keeps the aged brandy, a 1982 cognac that tastes like fucking burnished leather and candied violence, smooth enough to slip down dangerous before the burn hits your chest like a vengeful ghost. He's pouring before I reach my usual stool, that practiced bartender's knowing that reads weather systems in faces like meteorologists reading radar. Don't do that, he says, not looking up from the pour. His sultry voice carries that childlike tenderness that makes everything sound like lullaby. Your body's telling you something. Listen to it before it stops asking politely. I grunt, accepting the snifter. The brandy tastes like 1982 smells. Dust and time's ruthless passage. Everything we tried to preserve, already decomposing into amber liquid. Kira appears at my elbow before I finish the first sip, sliding into the adjacent stool with the fluidity of someone who's memorized my pain patterns through repetition. She reads her book, always reading, always absorbing, but her presence cuts through chaos like scalpel through infected flesh. Necessary, precise, healing without announcement. You're limping worse than last week, Kira says, eyes not leaving her page. Her voice carries the weight of evidence, testimony delivered by someone who's watched me deteriorate incrementally. That's not progress. That's you convincing yourself that stubbornness counts as strength. Della emerges from the kitchen kingdom, trailing cigarette smoke and aggressive affection, wiping her hands on the flour-dusted apron Gus bought her, the one with embroidered rainbow stitching and the words "Professional Fire Starter" in purple thread. She leans against the bar, shoulders squared like she's about to deliver testimony nobody requested. Listen to Miguel, she says, voice cracking like wet wood in fire. Listen to Kira. Hell, listen to your own goddamn body if you won't listen to us. You're healing at speed that's not fucking sustainable, and we're all watching you break yourself slower instead of faster, which is still breaking. The brandy coats my throat, burning its way down like amber phoenix settling into ash. I watch Ezra across the room, their blue hair glinting under the restored lighting like electric silk conducting voltage. They're sketching something intricate on a napkin, probably another queer history mandala they collect like other people collect regrets. And they glance up with that particular wisdom that comes from surviving rejection young. Their nose still has a crook from John Spiss, permanent reminder written in cartilage. Mom, Ezra calls across the room, abandoning the sketch to bounce over with that infectious enthusiasm that used to exhaust me and now just reminds me I'm alive to witness it. You don't have to prove shit, not to us, not to yourself. Healing isn't a competition about who limps the least. It's about actually fucking resting when your body screams. The basement fills with familiar chaos, the sound system bleeding some classic rock through speakers, Miguel finally fixed properly. Conversations layering over each other like geological strata of survival. I catch sight of Renee in the corner, impossibly muscled frame folded into a pool table stance, and her booming voice carries across the room with the authority of someone who understands that strength isn't always what you display. You're gonna refracture something, she bellows, somehow making threats sound like tenderness. I'm telling you straight because I've watched people refuse accommodation and watched them spend decades regretting it. Your body's not a punishment device. Treat it like machinery that needs maintenance. Bubba sits by the window like always, his massive presence filling gravitational space with weathered observation. Deep voice rumbles with southern practicality, earned through surviving what should have destroyed him. Rest ain't surrender, Wendy, he says, and there's something about the way he deploys my name, not mom like the others, but acknowledging my adulthood while simultaneously calling out my bullshit. Refusing to rest is just slow suicide wearing a different costume. I've seen that movie before. Ended bad every time. I gripped the snifter tighter, watching the brandy catch light like liquid amber coffin. The warmth spreads through my chest, radiating outward through damaged ribs and healed wrong spine. Around the bar, others continue their evening. Remy's dragging on a cigarette and talking about his mama's gumbo recipe. Something about patience and low heat. Sarah's bent over a philosophical paper she brought, annotating margins with fierce precision. Brandon's got his notebook out, scribbling observations that probably become published essays while my rejections pile like cordwood. You think resting makes you weak, Kira says quietly, finally marking her place and closing her book with ceremonial finality. That's the abuse talking. That's every person who ever told you your body was weapon first and home second. Your body's not a statement, it's just a thing you live in. Treat it like you love the person inhabiting it. The philosophical weight of that lands somewhere in my sternum, settling beside the brandy burn. I've spent 53 years punishing this meat. K1 fighting to beat down the screaming woman inside, deliberately breaking legs to escape Zoe's orbit, choosing men who hurt because hurt felt familiar, carrying 47 fractures and a pinched nerve like medals of self-inflicted shame. The titanium plates are just the skeleton's current decoration. Elaine wanders past, drink in hand. Rum Collins tonight, she says. Though the rum changes, her moods change. And she aims a loaded grin toward Wendy's bruised expression. Rest is where wisdom lives, honey, she rasps, voice that could peel paint. Every woman I know who refused it ended up spending 10 years making up for 1 year of stubbornness. Math's simple, just takes courage to do. The basement thrums with bass. Something with melancholic gravity, classic rock from another decade, when survival felt equally impossible but somehow less bureaucratic. Miguel tops my brandy without asking. Wordless knowledge of how quickly the burn disappears when you're fighting internal infernos. I like that alliteration there. You're going to listen eventually, Della says, returning to the kitchen but calling over her shoulder. Either now when it's suggestion or later when it's medical necessity. Either way you're resting. Might as well choose the timing. Gus approaches nervously, still learning that mentoring from elders doesn't require apology. And his young face carries genuine concern without condescension. My grandmother used to say, rest is how you tell your body you believe it'll be here tomorrow, he offers carefully. Like the more rest, the more you're betting on future. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but it stuck with me. It makes perfect fucking sense, actually. Rest is faith. Rest is bet placed on tomorrow. Rest as radical act in world telling marginalized people our bodies don't deserve comfort. Our pain doesn't warrant pause. Our healing happens fastest when we ignore all signals telling us to stop. I drain the brandy. It goes down like liquid apology. To my spine, to my ribs, to the woman inside this meat suit who's been begging for mercy since childhood. Kira's hand appears on my shoulder, not touching but present, calibrated to my frequency like she's got me on some internal GPS system. Her voice drops to that register she uses when other people fade into the background noise. Rest isn't quitting, she says. It's trusting that you'll still be here, still be fierce, still be exactly this impossible version of yourself, just with your body intact. Can you do that? Can you try? The brandy settles warm in my chest like golden reconciliation with my own exhaustion. Around the basement, chosen family continues their evening. Conversations weaving into music, weaving into the simple act of breathing together in underground sanctuary. Miguel's pouring another drink. Della's creating alchemy from kitchen scraps. Ezra's finishing their mandala. Bubba's watching the window, like sentinel guarding tomorrow. They've been giving me this advice for months, maybe years. Since before the attack, probably. Since I started using pain as evidence of worth, calibrating my value to how much suffering I could absorb without breaking. They keep saying it: rest, stop, listen to your body, pace yourself. Healing isn't a performance. And I keep not listening, convinced that stubbornness somehow translates to strength, when really it's just a different flavor of the same self-destruction I've been practicing since childhood. But tonight, the brandy tastes like their collective insistence. Like maybe they're right. Like maybe listening now beats learning the hard way later. Like maybe rest isn't surrender at all. That isn't supposed to be any kind of a lesson, is it?
No. People have been telling me that for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
That performance is not healing faster isn't a performance. And when I was younger, and it was Bubba and Ramy and Renee
Mm-hmm.
and Soraya and my friend Charlie and you know, we would go into MA competitions every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd get in front of people I had no business getting in front of. And, you know, Karen was still alive back then. And so after it was over, we'd all go to the bar.
Right.
Get drunk, eat a bunch of wings. And I remember Karen and Renee and Michael, Karen's brother Michael, even telling me, you're punishing yourself and you need to quit it. Because if you don't, eventually you're going to get to a point where you won't be breathing anymore. At the time, I just didn't care. I literally did not care
Mm-hmm.
because I had this voice in the back of my head that
You're
kept
not worth
telling me,
it.
yeah, kept. And so it was whatever I could do to silence that voice. And so now
Mm-hmm.
at 53, you know, I'm still stubborn. But here's your human moment. I'm stubborn, but at 11 o'clock at night, I get up from my desk and we go get in the bed and we lay down. And the first thing out of her mouth is, do you want me to give you a benzo? And the answer is always yes, because when 12 o'clock hits or 12:30 hits, if I don't have something there to nudge me into not panicking, I'll
Mm-hmm.
start to panic. And then I'll wake her up and she's like, "You need to calm down." It's like, "No, I'm I'm having tight breathing in my
Mm-hmm.
chest." Or, you know, I'm fucking with my watch. Or, you know, I freak out and grab my blood pressure cuff and I strap it to my arm and I take my blood pressure like 25 times in a half hour. Because that's what my brain does.
Mm-hmm.
And so my anxiety goes skyrockets through the roof and I can't get control of it. You know, when I went to the ER like two months ago,
Right.
I was actually 3 months ago.
Been that long? Wow.
2 or 3 months. But yeah, I had driven up to Kennesaw to see Gizmo. And that's the last time I drove my car. Oh, Diane Feather, thank you for joining. We're a fun group of people. When I'm not making Lisa read stories about me that I wrote about myself. Which, by the way, I'm going to tell you, you're going to do that again. So, you'll be doing that again because I very much appreciate that.
Okay.
But anyway, so yeah, I had driven up to Kennesaw to see Gizmo, and I drove back. And when I drove back, I could not reconcile the panic, and my anxiety forced me to stop my car. My heart rate had spiked up to the 140s. And I called 911, and they sent an ambulance, and the ambulance sent me to Piedmont Hospital. And my sugar, here's the weird thing about it. My sugar had spiked up to 380.
That's crazy.
From all the cortisol that was spiking through my body because I was panicking. And so, right. So went to they put me on the EKG machine, and that was clear. And, I did 2 Tronopin shots, and both of those were, you didn't have an event. You didn't have an event. And so that's what my anxiety does. And so when people see, the way my anxiety plays out, she sees it all the time. The Wendy that you read in those stories is a much stronger Wendy than the Wendy that actually.
I think most of us would do that.
Right. Yeah, because
we don't show our vulnerability too much because that's frightening.
I mean, we have to show that we're human, but when we write about ourselves, especially from a fictional perspective, you have the license to make yourself a little bit stronger than you actually are. I mean, today, I literally had a shit day. My partner's headphones wouldn't charge anymore. And so my headphones, I can't live without noise canceling headphones because that filters all the sound out and I don't get overstimulated. Right. And so in a panic, I went to my IT guy. I'm like, do you have a pair of headphones I can borrow for like a week or 2 until I can get a new pair? Yeah, here, take these. You can return them whenever or whenever. And so then I got on the train to come home. So the first thing that happened on the train that I'm gonna write a story about this so everyone will read it. Oh, Lisa, are you okay?
Yeah.
So the first thing that happens is, I get on the train, and during one of my train transfers, mass transit transfers, some guy randomly grabs my trans pendant that hangs around my neck. As you note, it is not around my neck anymore, and rips it off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, rips it off. And I got called a faggot. Hey, faggot, that's mine.
What an asshole.
And, yeah, well, then I stood up a little taller and put my hand down and said,
right.
But then I got on my train transfer, and halfway through that trip, the train stopped in the middle of the tracks, in between stations,
no.
and wasn't moving. And then I was like, oh, shit, okay. Now my anxiety is going to go like way the fuck up now because I won't be able to deal with this. And so I grab my phone and I send Kira a message. I'm like, the train has stopped. I'm hyperventilating. And she's like, just breathe. Just breathe. Wendy, just breathe.
Right.
You know, that doesn't happen. And so, yeah, it was like, it was just a shit day. But
I'm sorry.
the day-to-day me versus the me that you read about going to the bar every night.
No, I
I'm
can
not.
expect it to be the same person.
I'm not there. No, that they're different people.
Yeah.
I
I
love
can expect
writing.
it to be the same.
Yeah, I love writing those stories. I love those characters, and the reason that I love those characters, people have said this, and I will say this: all of the characters are phenotypes of people who were in my
Right.
real life.
Right.
Phoenix is a person that I
Right.
cared about very much. Probably the first person to have ever benefited from my maternal instincts in my early 20s, and the person who Phoenix is based on unalived themselves and they're no longer here. Versus Bubba and Raimi. Bubba, he was 400 pounds. When he got into his 30s, his heart gave out. He was just too
Yeah.
big.
Right.
And so, you know, so the Bubba you guys read about in those stories, that's the Bubba that would be here now. I don't know. I don't know if he was ever gay or not, but writing him as gay, because the type of person that he was, you know, he had that motherly, um, that motherly attachment. My favorite story about him, um, you know, my favorite story about him is that my first year at Tech, um, you know, Bubba grew up in South Georgia, and so um, he he said when you grew up in South Georgia in the 70s and 80s, you had three choices in life. One, you could watch TV. Two, you could read books, or three, you could get into trouble. Especially if you were a person of color. And so he told me, he's like, the thing I did was I read books and I watched TV. And so there was a bunch of television that I had never watched. And I won't go into the reason why. And so there was a bunch of like 70s and 80s TV that I had never witnessed. And so he went home one weekend, he came back with a suitcase full of videotapes that were literally every television show he'd ever videotaped. And so on the weekends, when we weren't going to school or whatever, we sat in front of his TV in our suite at Georgia Tech, and we would watch old TV shows. And so, and the other thing was that Bubba was like Clark, my friend Clark. I told you the Ho Hoochie Mama story. I've always had a person of color in my life who represents my understanding of urban culture or whatever. And so before Clark, it was Bubba. And so, like, Bubba taught me all the cool shit about, uh, uh, all the cool shit about what it was like to be a black person and this and that. And so, the true test of this was this. Um, in 92, Freaknik was still happening in Atlanta. Now, if you don't know what Freaknik is, um, Freaknik is the African American college version of spring break. And it happens in Georgia. And so, because Atlanta has Morehouse and Spelman and a couple of other major African American universities, and it's in the South and it's temperate. So when spring break happens, Freaknik would happen, which was basically the person of color version of spring break. It just didn't happen in Florida, it happened in Georgia. You got them a charge?
You vote 100%.
What did you do to them?
So you can't hook them up to a high capacity charger or fast charger. It'll break them. So you have to use a slow charger.
Yeah.
Like, so one that I use over here is a slow charger, and it charges them just fine.
Oh, gosh, I'm an idiot. Okay, I'm stupid. Anyway, so Freaknik. So, yeah, spring break. So in Atlanta in '92, Freaknik was a bunch of really cool musicians playing in Atlanta while Freaknik was going on. And so Bubba and his brother took me to a Tupac Shakur concert where literally, I kid you not, I was the only white person there in a sea of many persons of color. And so like, we get there and like all of her friends are, why are you bringing a white boy? What the hell are you bringing a white boy? And then so I was like, look, I'm cool, I promise. It's okay. And so like after the show was over, then Bubba and his brother and all of Bubba's other friends and all of his brother's friends, they all thought I was cool. And I went home with 2 black girls that night. And so, right. So when you read the queer space stories, all of those characters are characters that are of people who were real in my life. It's not just Sarah the stoic and Lisa the farm girl lesbian and Elaine the mean and angry feminist, and you know there's other people. Mary is Gizmo's mother, person I was married to for a very long time. Brandon is Brandon, my typification of Brandon. Miranda. But Bubba and Rainey and Renee and Danny and Gus and Chris, those were all based on real people. Because those are relationships I had or have that are important. And I so value those relationships with everybody that in certain cases I can't continue them. And so the only way that I can is to write fiction about them versus writing people that I have real relationships with now because I care about them. Which is funny because I have perpetually refrained from putting Funny Farm Aaron into the stories, but the one that publishes tomorrow, Aaron is actually in the story. So, yeah, writing Aaron into the story is going to be interesting. So, uh, so Brandon, I'll do one that focuses entirely on you, and then I'll let you come in here and make you read it. I mean, I've done the one. I'll just say this: I've done the one about somebody who's on this call right now, coming out as a lesbian, and I have purposely avoided from publishing it because I don't have permission from that person to publish it yet. Don't give me that look.
I thought I already had given you permission.
Oh, Did you? I can't remember.
I mean, we were supposed to discuss something.
You were supposed to read it first and then say, yes, that's okay. I will just tell you the current.
You never sent it to me.
Huh?
You never sent it to me.
No, I haven't sent it to you because I keep rewriting it. So, but anyway, but yeah, so when I write a story, if I end up writing a story about somebody from this crew of people and you're the focus, then you should be aware that I'm going to make you read it because it's about you. So when
I'm going to be sick that night.
So I'm going to make sure that I here's what it is. You're going to tell me you took a gummy. And so then I'm going to be like, okay, tonight's the night. I'm going to publish it, not tell you, and then tell you, and you're going to read it.
Gonna make me go sober. What the fuck?
No, because I'm that person. So
I will warn you, I do not read well after I've taken one of those.
Yeah, exactly. Brandon's right. You should just read. Here, let's hear it from the horse's mouth. You're looking very cosmopolitan today, Brandon.
Cosmopolitan?
Yes.
I don't have a cosmopolitan with me.
Oh, okay. So if I write a story and the story is focused on you, will you read it?
Oh, of course. I do voiceovers for most of my articles.
So I have there's something you and I should talk about.
Oh dear.
Huh? There's something you and I should, so I have a friend.
Oh dear.
Works for just let me finish.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yes, okay. A friend
who works for the platform that is hosting publication. That hosts my publication.
Oh, okay.
And they're looking for voices.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they're looking for a boyfriend.
No. No, looking for voices, though. You get paid for it, though.
Oh.
And then,
well,
you'd be one of the voices that people would choose to do the audio translations for the articles.
Aw. We could choose Brandon to read our articles?
Yeah, I
don't think anybody would choose me.
No, that's bullshit.
I could act though. I mean, I could deepen my voice and be sultry.
No. You should. If I give you a story and I want you to read it, I want you to read it with your light-hearted, approachable, not something.
I'll read it in a British accent. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay, yeah, do that. Yeah, right. Like Morgan Freeman. Like
I'll have to practice. I don't have a good Morgan Freeman. I can do a Sean Connery though.
Oh, be careful, Ryan. Most things in here don't react well to bullets. You just have to put us at the end of everything.
Yeah.
Sean Connery.
Yeah.
So maybe that's right. We should get Robes in here and I should write a story about Robes and make Robes read his own story.
Well, you just let me know.
Yeah, that's
so. The platform, is it like can you audition for that kind of thing, or you just like submit something and
you have to submit vocal samples.
Me.
Yeah, you have to submit vocal samples and
okay
stuff.
I'll practice.
My sister knows some of the people who are associated with the project, that hosts my publication, and so that's how I got like a maxed out all the bells and whistles.
All the bells and whistles.
Yeah, that's how I'm able to host 10 publications in my own little Substack microcosm. Not Substack, but 10 publications that all feed into each other. That's how I'm able to do it.
In choir, we used to do vocal warm-ups. Mama made me mash my M&Ms. Mama made me mash my M&Ms. Mama made me mash my M. Yeah.
That when I took vocal training to make my voice sound a bit less. If I do my exercises at night in the morning when I get up or whatever, I mean it works. I mean I sound like 3 octaves higher. But I have to remember to do them or it just won't work and I'll forget. So anyway. All right, well cool. Well, Brandon, thank you. I did not mean to I don't mean to end prematurely.
Well,
but
some people have that problem.
I will tell you like my good gay news thing. A judge orders the Defense Department to return books on race, gender, and sexuality to school shelves.
Oh. To which in everywhere or?
Yes, everywhere. Yes, everywhere.
Oh.
Elaine, you're telling me that I'm not allowed to come too fast? You're assuming I've ever come at all. I mean, I faked it most of the time. Okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
Gizmo,
I knew it.
Yeah, here we go. My child Gizmo was IVF. Was in vitro fertilization. And so here's the deal. Here you go. They sent me to the little room to produce the sample. And I walked in the room and there was a TV in there and she was like, if you need help, there are magazines and videos in the shelves. Just use whatever you want. And I pulled the drawer open and it was, oh, this is all straight porn.
I was going to ask, did they have like a variety or just one-sided?
No, it was all just straight heterosexual porn.
Yeah.
And so I opened the door and the nurse was standing there and she was like, is everything okay? And I told her, I'm like, yeah, that's not going to work. That's not going to work for me. And she's like, oh, we have another room for that. Goes to the other room, and that room was all like gay porn and lesbian porn and non-heterosexual pornography or whatever. Okay, then I was like, okay, now I can do this.
They could have just given me an Abercrombie and Fitch catalog. I'd be fine.
Really? Sarah, I have you on just so you can make faces like that. Sarah, you're a permanent live participant because of your reaction.
I don't clutch my pearls. I face palm.
Yeah, do you remember that? I don't know if they still make them, but they used to at Abercrombie and Fitch store. They'd have the magazines, and they had some good looking guys in there, and of course they were all shirtless. I don't even know if they're really advertising the clothes at all. I suppose they must have been wearing some, but
I don't think I've ever been into one of those stores.
How could you? You go deaf because of the the music they play. Like I walked into an Abercrombie and Fitch store, and it was so loud. I walked out and went, "How can I shop in there?" Because the music is so loud, it's deafening.
I mean, Pacific Sunwear and Hot Topic were just as bad, but I've been in both of those.
Yeah, but to go look at the salespeople in Abercrombie and Fitch. That's what you go in there for. You don't go for the clothes.
You go for the
I
people.
don't want to deal with the salespeople.
Okay. All right. Oh, Cynthia, are you having a panic attack right now? Please don't. Not while we're on the live.
I had a panic attack, and it's dark. I had a panic attack, and it's dark. Had one. When? I don't know. In an Abercrombie Fitch store? Oh.
Joe, I mean, I've seen a Playgirl magazine, and I never understood, like, okay, I like if you were a girl, like, here's a question. If you're a girl and you read porn magazines, which porn magazines do you buy? Like, there's Playgirl, or you just buy nude gay men magazines, right? But see, that's the thing. Women don't look at porn. Women read. I read way more erotic shit now than I ever did post transition. So, the minute I started my gender transition, porn doesn't do shit. No, porn's boring. Can I read it, please? Give me a Harlequin romance novel.
Mm.
There you go. Oh, that's some steamy shit right there. His large purple-headed monster.
Oh gosh.
Broached her love tunnel.
Yeah, the descriptions they use sometimes are just.
That's awful.
No one ever says those kinds of things.
That's awful.
Oh, Craig, you can't mention Nifty in here.
Nifty?
You're not.
I don't know what that is.
I guess you're gonna find out.
Oh gosh, don't send me something.
No, Brandon,
Oh
I
no.
would be a horrible mother if I didn't. If I didn't do this.
I mean, I don't know if I have. Where are you sending it? I don't.
There you go. I sent it to your Signal. There you go.
Oh, I have to go get my other. I have to go get my tablet to look at it.
I guarantee you. Well, this is worth the reaction bit. Go grab your
tablet. Oh dear. Well, hold on.
I'll wait. This is a.
Let me see if I can. You can look at my little kitten. My.
Yeah. This is.
Here we go. There we go.
Yes. Here we go. Brandon is gonna open up. Here we go.
I'm afraid of what you sent him.
Yes. Oh no, just the domain. No, just the domain.
Let's see. What?
So.
Oh, I thought you sent him something specific.
No. I was. Hey, that's really cute, Brandon.
Yeah, so like it's a kitty stress ball.
Do your cats get upset when you do that?
Oh, they don't even know. They don't even know what it is. They're fine.
No, Craig, look, Craigers, I'm just going to let you know, you'll never find them. I have about 30 stories on Nifty.
Rate this app. No. I don't want to rate the app.
I need one of those fans, Lisa.
Oh, is it? Every time apparently it hasn't updated. It's just I don't see anything. You said Signal?
Yes, I sent it to you in Signal.
Oh, there. Okay. Now it's there.
Yeah, there you go.
Nifty.org. Nifty. I bet it's pretty nifty. Oh, there's a warning already. Should I continue? Nifty erotic stories archive. Oh, the Brotherhood. Now, I just watched the Brotherhood 5 the other night on Tubi. It wasn't worth it.
I guarantee you, the Halloween Trick story for gay porn literature is a pretty
Oh, the Halloween Trick.
Yeah, that means pretty hot. But also,
am I supposed to read it out loud?
No, don't read it out loud. Don't read it out loud.
I've always loved Halloween, the costumes, decorations, parties, and especially trick or treat.
Yeah, don't do it. But you'll note that the site was started in '92.
Oh yeah,
and it's still alive, and people still make contributions to it.
Yeah, I see. September 2025.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Interesting.
If you're gay, do you go for tricks or do you go for treats?
Do any of these stories have pictures?
No, it's all text.
Okay.
It's all text. Now Craigers is gonna go try to find. You're not gonna find them, Craigers. I guarantee you won't. I will tell you, Sarah has read 2 of them.
Just 2?
Well, maybe 3 actually. Yeah, 2 or 3. Anyway, okay. So now, Craigers, now you know something about me that you didn't know before. So, all right, cool. Well, Brandon, Sarah, do you have anything in closing? No, Brandon's just reading already. Damn.
I'll just put this away for right now.
Brandon forgot he was on a live.
Oh, hi.
Okay.
Well, I'll be waiting for my story to read and for practice, I guess, for my new.
So right, yeah. I'll be sending you. When I figure out how that works out and the details behind that, because my sister told me about it, I'm gonna send you the specifics.
The Pacific.
Yes, the specifics. Pacific, Eastern and Pacific time.
We put the specifics.
Yes, right. So, thank you both. I promise tomorrow to get the live off a little bit closer to 7:45. I had to cook dinner tonight, and I did not have it when I got home from work because.
Well, I would have joined earlier, but I was on the phone.
Oh, is everything okay?
Oh yes, it's fine.
Okay. Do you need anything?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay. If you needed something, you'd tell us, right?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay, good. All right. Well, Brandon, Sarah, thank you both. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye, mousy thingy.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Meow meow.
Meow meow. Bye-bye. All right. Bye-bye, Sarah.
Bye-bye.
Get the fuck out of here. So thank you everybody for stopping by as usual. If you're new here, go register there. Follow me on Substack. I still use Substack for my live video, but all of my written content is on that domain. Please always consider registering for our sister publication, which is Brandon's space, and follow Brandon and read Brandon's stuff because Brandon writes better than I do. And with that, I will tell everybody, good night. Stay safe out there. If you're in a safe space, get there and stay there. You know, I can't do this without you guys. We can't do this without each other. That's why we come together every night at 7:45 or 8 or whatever, and we talk through all these things and we tell stories to make ourselves feel better and get through all the bullshit that we have to deal with. I will tell you that probably our nightly discussions over time are going to become progressively less and less political bullshit discussion and more just social banter, because I think that's the thing that helps people get through dealing with all the shit that we're dealing with. So with that, I will tell all of you, I love you all. Good night, and we will talk soon.